Welcome back everyone to Astian's Let's Play of the Cat Lady on El Tyra's YouTube channel. This is take 2 because the last time I recorded this I had forgotten, or for some reason I don't even know how it happened, because I did record some episodes of this the other day and then for some reason my fraps changed to half screen, so all the recording that came out had a really gritty look to it, as the file was really compressed and the text was fuzzy, so there was no way I'd be able to further compress it through rendering and still keep it as a viable option to watch. Where we last left off, also actually my achievements didn't unlock in the last session, so it's probably a good idea that we're doing this now. Anyway, so this time hopefully the achievements will unlock. Quickly, just before I pick up this key, we are now playing as Teacup. In the former episodes we met Mitzi, a cancer patient who is trying to convince Susan to live with her, to let her live with her. And for some reason we ended up in this weird place where we've been abducted. So I think there's a bit of jumping around in the narrative timeline. We're not sure how we ended up here, but we just had bleach poured in our eyes by some douchebag granny, and who probably hasn't had her vagina licked in a very long time. And we're now trying to, I guess, fix Susan. Nom nom nom. Kitty. Uh-oh, she's very quiet. It's really interesting that you have the piano chord and you have like the sound of a cat kind of purring deeply beneath it. I don't want him to get Kitty. Oh. No, if I keep walking he'll see me. I need to walk past him and he's pointing the gun straight at the hole. Oh, quick, quick. Yes. I'm pretty sure we're playing as Teacup. You're so cute. Look at the way you walk. Aww. I want Teacup. Kitty, kitty, kitty. So I'm guessing Teacup, along with all the other kitties, are strays. So it's nice that Susan looks after them. Pat. Spit that key out.
What? Who's this?
At least you didn't have to wait 9 hours to digest it and poo it out.
I can't see a thing. That bitch.
That bitch.
A key? Who are you? Say something. Anything.
Hello.
I should be able to unlock the handcuffs now.
How, when you're completely... like your hands were tied behind your head? How can you unlock the handcuffs? Unless the key was spat into your hand. And then if you dropped it, you'd be pretty fucked. Because our eyes have turned to jelly, I think the only way for us to get out of here now, or we're able to walk, is to kill ourselves. By killing ourselves, we'll be able to reincarnate and be able to have all our sensory organs available to us.
The gun! That idiot left his gun!
That's his biggest mistake, so I'm going to use it to kill myself.
No! No, no, no! I dropped it!
Oh,
Where
Susan?
is it? Where the hell is it?
I couldn't imagine being blind. I think it would be quite horrible. And I know there are people that have to live with that, but I couldn't imagine being blind. I think sight... I feel really humbled, I guess, or really privileged to have access to all my senses.
I'm sorry, Mitzi. I have to
Eyes
break
to see,
my promise.
ears to hear. What promise? What are you talking about? And shooting yourself, won't that make the guy come running in and be like, "Oh, pussycat, now I can't lick your fanny"? I shouldn't make fun of it. He's gross though, like seriously. Now they're going to eat Susan for dinner. What? Were you not supposed to do that? You are dead. Well, yes, thank you for pointing that out. So I guess we're going to have to stop Stop the recording and... What? I don't get it. What? Oh, you tricked me, game. Did you? Death is nothing at all. You have only slipped away into the next room. I am I, and you are you. Whatever we were to each other, that we are still. It's awfully deep.
Hope you don't mind creepy posters.
It's your room. You can do what you like with it. But I definitely prefer this to fairies, rainbows, and pink unicorns.
Hey, I like pink unicorns. And
Did you
rainbows.
make these?
And fairies.
No,
Oh, was a downfall
my
poster.
boyfriend made them. Some of them, anyway.
Where is he?
So, Miss Ashworth, I happen to have a bottle of wine in my bag.
Oh,
I was going to leave it to Robert, but I forgot all about it.
Robert.
Robert?
The guy with the rats.
Oh,
Oh, yes. Of course.
okay.
So, shall we have a drink then?
Probably
we
not a
get
good
to know
idea to
each
give
other a
it
bit
to
more.
Robert.
I know, I promise I won't get in the way. And, I mean, you don't have to if you don't feel like it. But since we're going to live together for a little while, it won't hurt if we talk to each other, will it?
I want to get to know you.
Yeah, that's okay, I guess.
Great.
Yes.
I'll bring the wine.
Perfect. I'll bring
Oh.
the...
Damn. It's one of those bottles with a cork.
I'll bring the corkscrew.
Have you got a bottle opener, Miss Ashworth?
Yes.
In the kitchen. I'll go get it, shall I?
Yes, please. And while you're there, could you get a couple of glasses too?
Oh, I thought we were going to swig out of the bottle. I wanted to return to my college days and you just ruined that, Mitzi. We could have had sweet red wine and made out in our dorm rooms. Not that I've ever done that. Actually, okay, no, I'm not going to go there. She reminds me of myself when I was younger. I'm not sure if I can fully trust her, but so far she seems genuine. Maybe I will give her a chance. Give here a chance. Tag who?
Have you found that corkscrew yet?
No.
We also need some wine glasses.
I'm on it. Seriously, there's got to be a way that they can fix that window. Cause Mitzi's going to get cold. Like, and all the windows are open. Is this winter or is this summer or like, I don't know. I'm sure there's some glasses in the cabinet. One for me, one for Mitzi. What about mine, Susan? I want to drink too. It's very rude. You really need to do something about the wallpaper in this house. Like, seriously. Corkscrew was in here. Is that a jar full of pegs? And digestive biscuits? Why do you need digestive biscuits? Maybe if you ate the digestive biscuits after the pills, you might have shut them out and not died. Oh, I don't think so. Okay, where was Mitzi again? Oh, yeah, she was in the bedroom. I always get confused with his house. Where did all this stuff come from? Like, and why is she wearing a green sweater? Maybe she's had a shower. Maybe some time has gone since she came. No, I don't want to do that. I need to give her the corkscrew.
There you go. Let's get that bottle open.
It's awfully close.
Yeah. But we'll need glasses too. See if you can find some.
Well, this is my house. You'd assume that I'd know where the glasses are.
I found some wine glasses.
All right. That's all we need. Oh, Miss
Perfect.
Ashworth, I really must say this before we start.
Yes?
Yeah?
I promise I won't cut your throat when you're asleep.
Thanks. I needed that assurance.
Very funny, Mitzi.
Oh no, I mean it.
That's fine. But just so you know, I always sleep with my eyes open.
No wonder you can't sleep. You're tired all the time. Sleeping with your eyes open. Aww. The rain stopped. Let's ask about the big C.
So, the big C. Want to talk about it?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really want to tell you about it like that. put you in a very difficult position, I know.
It's fine.
It's just that I was really desperate to get this room. I hope you can understand.
I understand.
This is the last and most important thing I must do before my time is up.
How long do you have?
It's fine. You seem alright. It's just... I find it hard to trust people these days. Maybe it's time I opened my eyes to see others have problems too.
That's right.
Some, like yourself, even bigger than mine.
Mitzi could be a good friend to you, Susan.
What kind of cancer is it? Do you mind me asking?
Brain tumor. Her name is glioblastoma.
That's pretty serious, isn't it?
Haha.
Yep, they're all girls, the way I imagine it. Just look at their names. Lymphoma, melanoma, myeloma, leukemia, sarcoma. Each of them a fucking goddess of death. Beautiful and ruthless.
You might just be right about that, Mitzi. I used to be a nurse. I know a few things about cancer. And I know glioblastoma. She's a real bitch.
Yeah, and yet she gets to be the prom queen before night ends, while I disappear down the back exit.
Why?
How long?
They said I had a year.
How long's it been since then?
That was 6 months ago, so... yeah. Not awfully long.
Wow, 6 months. That's crazy.
Is there anything...
They've tried.
Chemotherapy?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So am I. Do you want to talk about something else?
Let's talk about the fact that it's not raining anymore.
Oh, it's not raining anymore.
Oh well, I don't mind rain. Sometimes I even like it.
So do I love the rain.
But according to weather forecast, there's a nasty fog coming.
That's
Now
not good.
that I'm actually scared of. I got lost in a fog once, when I was just 9 or 10. I remember I sat under a tree crying, thinking some monster would appear right in front of me and drag me away.
Monsters aren't
But
real.
now that you're a big girl, you know there are no monsters.
Yeah? How do you know?
The only
Exactly.
monsters are us. Murderers, rapists, arsonists. They're the real beasts. So far from humanity, they're no longer capable of feeling compassion or guilt.
I don't
They're
understand
the
how someone
ones we
could get
should
to that
really
point.
be afraid of.
To lose all empathy for other humans.
But whether they're lurking in the woods or fog or the darkness of our cellars, it's all irrelevant. You can't predict what happens. You can't do anything to stop it. There is only one way.
Unless you're Susan,
You
the cat
turn
lady.
into a beast yourself. And like them, you show no mercy.
Pretty deep.
Whoa! Where did that come from, Miss Ashworth?
I just don't like murderers. They're nothing but... parasites.
Okay, well let's ask how Mitzi's planning to find the guy that murdered her boyfriend. Isn't that what she said?
How are you planning to find this guy?
I don't know yet. A bit of detective work, perhaps. It shouldn't be that hard, really. There are only 8 apartments here. One is yours. That leaves us with 7. I was hoping that you could give me a hand, actually. You know some of your neighbors, don't you?
Not many. I never really cared about them. They changed over the years too. You probably also figured by now that this is not the sort of place where new neighbours are greeted with a freshly baked cake. You see a new face, you give them a blank stare as you pass them in the hall, and you forget about them a minute later.
That bad, eh?
Well, there's that bald guy who lives above me in flat 5. He came here recently to shout in my face.
Yeah,
He's
the
a
arsehole.
nasty piece of work, but I really don't think he's the person you're looking for.
You were playing the piano at like 1 in
What
the
does he
morning.
do for a living?
I think he's a train driver.
I can't imagine somehow that my guy would be a train driver. Okay, that's good. Leaves us with just 6. Anyone else you know?
I'd have to think.
You know, maybe not tonight. Let's just talk about something else, okay? I have plenty of time. There's no need to rush this.
Let's just finish our girls'
Maybe
night, drink
tomorrow
some
we can
wine.
sit down together and make a plan.
Have a
I could draw
cigarette.
a simple map of the building, and with your help, mark down who lives where.
Sounds good to me, Mitzi.
I just realised that Mitzi hasn't revealed that her boyfriend is dead. So I just spoiled it for you guys. I'm sorry, it's an after effect of having recorded this already and then now going over and doing it again. I don't remember whereabouts each set of dialogue sits. I only lost an hour in doing that, so we will make that back up. That's not a problem.
You mentioned a boyfriend. Tell me something about him.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about him. His name's Jack.
Jack.
He's dead.
Okay, well there you go. He's dead.
Oh,
Miss Ashworth, are you sure you want to listen about my miserable life? I don't want to bring you down. These aren't happy stories.
Susan's not a happy
and
person.
I'm not a happy stories kind of person. I'm sure you've noticed by now.
I guess so. Anyway, I suppose I would have had to tell you about Jack sooner or later. After all, he is the main reason I'm here. I just don't know where to start.
The beginning? Yeah, so how did you two meet?
Tell me how you two met.
Oh, we knew each other for like forever. We grew up on the same street. It's funny how we seem to be made for each other. Perfect match. I always knew he was the guy for me, and I'm sure he never doubted that either.
So
Jack was
rare.
absolutely crazy about
So
me.
rare to find that so young.
We thought one day we would marry, have children, be happy. I never had many friends because I had Jack. I didn't need anybody else. You know, if there's one thing I'm really grateful for in my life, it's that I got to experience this pure, perfect love.
You're very lucky.
Some people go through a lifetime without knowing how it feels.
Exactly.
I guess I've been very lucky.
You have.
But all luck runs out sometimes.
How did you take the news about your cancer?
How did he take the news about your cancer?
He thought I was joking at first. He laughed. Then he got really angry. I swore to him I was serious, but he still wouldn't believe me. We had a big fight that night. It was our first and only fight. It was awful. He smashed some stuff. His guitar, of all things, was the worst. He loved that guitar. Why did he break it?
Maybe because he could
Absolutely
better lose
furious.
that over losing you?
He walked out on me that night, and when he came back the next day, he was different. Begged me to try surgery and chemotherapy. I didn't really want those things, but I did the chemo for him. It didn't help. It just made me feel sick all the time. I felt trapped in this strange place where nothing that happened around me seemed real. Maybe that's why I didn't see what my cancer was doing to Jack, and it was destroying him as well.
You can't hold that on yourself.
Changed. He became obsessed with death. It seemed death was all he ever thought about, even though it was me, not him, who was supposed to die.
So he made the pictures on the
Jack
wall?
made those pictures on your wall. Was he an artist?
He always liked all kinds of morbid stuff, whether it was music, movies, paintings. So do I, really. We had that in common, amongst other things. People say it's depressing to listen to sad songs or watch sad films, but I never felt that way.
I guess
And
it
yet,
makes you feel
you are
more
scared
alive.
of fog.
Oh, that's different. I might be scared of fog, but I like spiders.
Ugh.
Beautiful.
No, they're not.
You must be out of your mind, Mitzi.
No, honestly, there's a certain indescribable beauty in sadness. Just like there's beauty in the grey and ugly winter morning when you look past the obvious and notice what others can't see.
You must love my apartment then. It's like Ugly took a vacation here and never went home again.
Oh, Susan, it's not that bad. How did he die?
How did he die? How did Jack die?
It was so distant the last few weeks before he died. What I didn't know was that he kept looking for something. I don't think he even knew what exactly. But it eventually found him. Or rather, he found him. There are those forums online, you know, about all sorts of stuff. Fishing, computer games, horses, gambling, addictions, everything really. Accidentally, Jack stumbled upon one about suicide.
Accidentally.
There's a guy there, calls himself the Eye of Adam. He's a fucking god on that forum. It's like a failed suicide club. People mostly try to help each other and offer support. Sometimes it just helps to know there are others like you. To listen to their stories and how they cope with their lives. But the Eye of Adam is an advocate of death. He dwells on human weakness. His job is to plant an idea, to give them a reason to die and tell them how to do it, once and for good.
So it was a parasite then?
Jack took the bait.
Oh no.
Before he knew, he was completely brainwashed. One day he sat down with me and tried to explain his perfect solution. It was the Romeo and Juliet kind of scenario. We were both to die together in each other's arms. It was supposed to be a quick and foolproof death. There was no chance we would have been saved. All thanks to the Eye of Adam, who created a tool for perfect suicide. He told me it was very simple.
It's so sad.
All we needed were 2 easily accessible household chemicals, which combined together create a gas called hydrogen sulfide that kills you within a couple of minutes. I told him he was fucking nuts, of course, but he just wouldn't give up. He reasoned with me, then he begged, and eventually just kept screaming at me. I figured it was his crazy idea of a modern romance, but it was downright tacky and just wrong. Finally, he said he would get everything ready and wait for me in our special place at dawn. 5 in the morning. Don't be late. Those were his last words he said to me. Then he stormed out.
I guess you didn't get there in
I cried
time.
for hours, thinking I didn't deserve all that from the person I loved most in the whole world. A few times I even tried to persuade myself that maybe he was right and I should do it. But I just couldn't. I eventually fell asleep. I didn't plan it. My head was killing me. I was so tired. I woke up suddenly. I could see the sun rising out my window. It was nearly 5. In utter panic, I threw myself off the bed and ran out the door. I needed to stop him. I needed to get there before it was too late. But right there in my bedroom, before I even left, I already knew it was.
Oh, Mitzi.
When I arrived at our special place, it was already bright. We used to go there in the past, drink wine, sometimes smoke weed and listen to Pink Floyd, sometimes make love in Jack's car. There wasn't really anything special about that old parking lot. But to us there was. It was completely abandoned. It was quiet. It was safe. After that day, I've never gone there again.
Anyway guys, this is a good time to stop because my timer went off. This has been Astian on Altara's YouTube channel taking you on Let's Play of the Cat Lady. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, subscribe, favourite and or share as it helps me out immensely. When we return we'll see if, well Mitzi's already told us that she was too late, but we'll get to see what she found at the end of this parking lot. So thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time. Cheers!